Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Meydan Racecourse here on Thursday. It is January the 24th, 2019. Gonna look at all the races on the program from Meydan, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. Also, join me Saturday for my Pegasus World Cup preview video. Gonna look at the Pegasus World Cup turf and the dirt race. Also, I'm going to look at all the undercard races from Gulfstream. Some really good races there, so join me for that. But tonight's program from Meydan's a good card, so let's get on to it. We're going to look at 6 races. If you like turf racing, this is the card for you because 4 out of the 6 races are on the grass. So let's get on to it. The first race from Meydan, it is the EGA Billets Trophy Handicap. It's going for a purse of $175,000. Race is for 3-year-olds and upwards. Horses rated 95 plus. Field of 9 horses going 1,000 meters or 5 furlongs on the turf course. Top selection, I'll take the 2-horse Hit the Bid. Gonna go 271 in the TriCast Trifecta. 271 TriCast Trifecta. Top selection of 2-horse Hit the Bid. 5-year-old horse by Exceed and Excel. Christopher Hayes picks up the mount on this one. The horse's most recent outing, his Meydan, his first start Meydan of the year, came on the 3rd of January on the turf. Good ground in a 1,000-meter, 5-furlong handicap. He finished second by 2.5 lengths there. He stalked most of the race, but he just couldn't get that good closing kick. I did back him. You know, the winner, Fatina, is running back this one, just ran a little bit of a better race stalking. But, you know, first off the break, he didn't run half bad, but he didn't run great either. I think second off the break, he should really be rearing to go. Before that, he ran in Ireland on Dundalk on the 19th of October in a Group 3, 1,000 meters, 5 furlongs, and the horse won by a half length. Stalked early on, got the lead, and then he just took off. Even with the enormous weight he was carrying, he just ran a hell of a race there. And then before that, he ran the 7th of October at Longchamp, 1,000 meters in the Group 1 in the Prix d'Albert de Longchamp. You know, he finished 14th by 7 lengths there, and again, he just really hit the wall against those tougher horses. And then before that, at the Curragh, the 16th of September in a Group 1, 1,000 meters on soft ground, finished 4th by 1.25 lengths. He stalked most of the race, and again, just couldn't get the good closing kick. I think firm ground he should really like, and I think second off the break he'll really like. He should really be rearing to go. Even with the heavyweight, I think he's the best horse in the race, and I'll take him here. Good mid-post draw. So to recap my selection for the first from Meydan, gonna go with the 2-horse Hit the Bid. Gonna go 271 in the TriCast Trifecta. To race number 2. Race number 2 from Meydan, it's the Albastica Trial, sponsored by Emirates Global Aluminum. It's a conditions race going for a purse of $100,000. Races for 3-year-olds only. Field of 15 horses going the distance of ground of 1,900 meters or 1.316 on the dirt course. Top selection, I'll take the 6-horse Estadaf. I'm going to go 6-5-14 in the TriCast Trifecta. 6-5-14. TriCast Trifecta. Top selection is 6-horse Estadaf. This 3-year-old colt here by Arch. Christophe Soumillon gets the leg up for Godolphin and Saïd bin Zour. The horse's most recent outing came the 10th of January, which was 2 weeks ago now here at Meydan on the turf. Good ground. Conditions race 1,400 meters, 7 furlongs. The horse finished 8th by 8 3/4 lengths there, and he never quickened up, but he never weakened out of it either. I think coming to dirt for the first time, which he's bred to go by, sitting a little bit closer second off the break, I think he'll run well. Also, the added distance should really help. I think the 7 furlong trip or 1,400 trip was just a little bit too short for him. Before that, he ran in England at Leicester on the 16th of October in a maiden race, 1,400 meters, 7 furlongs. The horse won by 2 lengths there. Stalked early on, got the lead, and then he just won for fun. A very easy race there for him. And then in Newmarket on the 28th of October, 1,400 meters, 7 furlongs down the rolling mile. He finished 3rd by 2 lengths there. And again, he just stalked, and he just never quickened up. The horses in front of him just ran that little bit of a better race. But I think the 1,900 meter trip or the 1.316 to the extended mile in the 8th, he should really like that today. He has a good post draw. He's a little bit closer. And like I said, even in his dirt debut, he's bred to go on the dirt. You know, he has Arch, and then he has Enrichment, and then you look at the Go Sapper. Go Sapper, you want to Go Sapper won grade 1s from 6 furlongs to 1.25 miles. So, he was a very good underrated horse, I think. So he's bred to go on it, sit closer. I think he could do that. Good post draw. I think he's the horse to beat, so I'll take him as a top selection. So to recap my selection for the second from Meydan, it's the Albastica Trial. Gonna go with the 6-horse Estidaf. Gonna go 6-5-14 in the Tricast Trifecta. To race number 3. Race number 3 from Meydan. It's the Group 2 Al Rashida Stakes. It's going for a purse of $250,000. This race is for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 9 horses going the distance of ground of 1,800 meters or 1 mile and 1/8 on the turf course. Top selection here in the Al Rashida. I like the number 4 horse, Bay of Poets. I'm going to go 4-9-2 in the Tricast Trifecta. 4-9-2 Tricast Trifecta. Top selection of 4 horse, Bay of Poets. This 5-year-old gelding by Loop de Vega, Godolphin Doe, and Charlie Appleby trained. Brett Doyle picks up the mount on this one. The horse's most recent outing came the 3rd of January here at Meydan, and the Group 3 Singspiel, 1,800 meters, mile and 1/8, same distance as today. He finished 5th by 4 3/4 lengths there. He stalked most of the race and just never quickened up. It was his first off the break, first in nearly a year. He needed the race. I think second off, he should just run a lot better of a run. Before that, as my iPad craps out. Before that, he ran again here at Meydan last year in the Group 2 Zebio Mile, 22nd of February, 1 mile 1,600 meters. The horse finished 10th by 14 lengths. The winner, Janubi, is actually running later in the card in the Fahidi 4, but Janubi ran a hell of a race, closing up well. This horse just did not show up, never quickened up as the 3-1 second choice. It just was not his day to win. And then before that, he ran last year's Al Rashida, the Group 2 Al Rashida last year, 1,800 meters, mile and 1/8. He finished 2nd by 3 3/4 lengths. Ben Battle had a great winter here at Meydan last year. He won the race, but this horse ran a good second there. And then in last year's Singspiel, he finished 6th, closing up well that day, but he needed the race. Something I've noticed in all his running lines, he needs his first race off the break. I think second off the break with a good post draw, I think he'll really run well. I like the odds of him at 10-1 here in the States, so I'll take him as a top selection. So to recap my selections for the 3rd from Meydan, it's the Group 2 Al Rashida Stakes. Gonna take the 4-horse Bay of Poets as a top selection. I'll go 4-9-2 in the Tricast Trifecta. To race 4. Race 4 from Meydan, it's the EGA Jebel Ali Trophy. It's a handicap going for a purse of $135,000. Race is for 3-year-olds and upwards, rate 90 to 80. Field of 9 horses going 2,000 meters or a mile and a quarter on the dirt course. The final 3rd race of the night from Meydan. Top selection, I'll take the 5-horse Tried and True. I'm going to go 5-7-2 in the Tricast Trifecta. 5-7-2 Tricast Trifecta. Top selection, 5-horse Tried and True. 7-year-old gelding by Medaglia d'Oro. Patrick Dobbs picks up the mount on this one for Doug Watson. The horse's most recent outing came the 10th of January here at Meydan, 1,900 meters, mile and 3/16 in a handicap. The horse finished 2nd by 10.5 lengths behind New Trails, who ran a hell of a race that day. This horse didn't break all that well, had a little bit of a turn of foot, but like I said, the winner was just much the best. I think, good poster here today. I think he'll run a little bit better with that extra 16th of mile. I think he does have some front end fashion. Before that, he ran at Jebel Ali on the 28th of December in an 80 to 100 handicap, about a mile and a quarter or 1,950 meters. The horse won by 4 1/4 lengths there. He stalked early on, got the lead, and then he just took off, going up the hill easily. It was a very good run there. And then back here at Meydan on the 6th of December in a 2,000 meter, mile and a quarter handicap, he finished 6th by 13 lengths. He didn't break all that well, and it was just way behind most of the race. And then again, Meydan on the 8th of November in a handicap 2,000 meters, mile and a quarter. Horse won by 1.5 lengths, stalked early on, got the lead, and then he just took off. Very good run. He's proven he can win here at Meydan like he did in early November. I think he's in a lower class again. He has a good posture, and I think he can really run well. He's going to be a short priced horse, but I like him a lot, so I'll take him. So to recap my selection for the 4th from Meydan, it's the Jebel Ali Trophy. Gonna go with the 5-horse Tried and True. I'm gonna go 5-7-2 in the Tricast Trifecta. To race number Race number 5 from Meydan. It's the feature of the evening. It is the Group 2 Fahidi Fort Stakes. It's going for a purse of $177,000. Races for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 13 horses going 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs on the turf course. Top selection, I'll take the number 7 horse, Dubai. I'm going to go 7-10-4 in the tri-cash trifecta. 7-10-4 tri-cash trifecta. Top selection, 7 horse, Dubai. 5-year-old gelding by Dubai here. James Doyle picks up the mount for Charlie Appleby. The horse's most recent outing came the 12th of October over at Newmarket. 7 furlongs, 1,400 meters in the Group 2 Godolphin Stud and Stable Awards Challenge Stakes. He finished third by 2.25 lengths there. Lamato who won that day, had a horrible beginning of the 2018 campaign, but in the final few months of 2018, he ran, some great races. And that day, Lamato, you saw the old Lamato win there. He just ran a hell of a race. This horse didn't break all that well, and he just never got into it. The ground, maybe wasn't to his liking, but he just couldn't keep up with those better horses. Before then, the Group 2 Park Stakes at Doncaster, 7 furlongs, September the 15th. The horse finished second by Nakbian Mustatari, and he really closed up well. He had a decent turn of foot. That wasn't a bad race for him. That was probably one of his best races of 2018. And then at Deauville, 6 furlongs in the Group 3 Martiri Barrier Stakes. The horse finished fourth by 4 lengths. He had a little bit of a turn of foot, but he had a high weight, and I don't think, with the 6 furlong trip was to his liking. And then the Group 1 Prix de Maurice Stakes, 6.5, 1,300 meters at Deauville. He finished 6 by 5.75 lengths. A very tough race, one of the premier sprinting races in Europe. It just was a little bit too overmatched by the others there. And then the Lennox Stakes at Glorious Goodwood, 7 furlongs, July 31st. Horse finished 5th by 1.5 lengths. He ran well there, but a lot of horses ran well out of that race. But I think coming back to Meydan, good poster, a lower, a lot lesser quality race than the ones he's faced in the UK. Good a little bit, sitting a little bit closer today. I think he'll really run well, so I'll take him here as a top selection. So to recap my selections for the 5th from Meydan, it's the featured Group 2 Fahidi Fort. Gonna go with the 7 horse Dubai. I'm gonna go 7-10-4 in the tri-cash trifecta. Let's get to the nightcap from race number 6 from Meydan. It is the EGA Altwila Trophy Handicap. It's a handicap going for a purse of $95,500. Races for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 10 horses going 2,400 meters or a mile and a half on the lawn of the turf course. Top selection, I'll take the 2 horse Spotify. I'm going to go 298 in the tri-cash trifecta. 298 tri-cash trifecta. Top selection is 2 horse Spotify. This Godolphin Charlie Appleby train, 5-year-old horse by Rodot's Choice. James Doyle picks up the mount, so we have the James Doyle late double here, and the Godolphin late double. But the horse's most recent outing came the 17th of September at Meydan Lafitte, mile and quarter, 2,000 meters in Group 1 Prix La Coupe de Meydan Lafitte. The horse finished third that day. He stalked early on, but he never quickened up. He never had a good turn of foot. Wasn't the day to win, but the ground was quite a sludge that day, so I don't think he really liked it. I think he likes firm ground. Before that, at Deauville on the 5th of August, mile and a half, 2,400 meters in the Group 3 Prix de Rue Stakes. The horse finished 6 by 3.25 lengths there, and he never was comfortable into that run, never quickening up. It wasn't the day to win. And in the Group 3 Prix La Coupe à Longchamp, mile and a quarter, 2,000 meters June the 10th. He finished 4th by 1.75 lengths, and there he had a really good turn of foot. He ran a good effort there, and then he ran the Prix de Harcourt where he finished 7th, not running well, and then the Prix Zuberry at Saint-Cloud in March. He finished 4th in the snow behind Air Pilot, who actually won the Prix Harcourt after that. He never got into it, but his last 2 victories came both last winter in France at Consumers. Monocord and Listed Stakes February 11th, which he won by half length, having a great turn of foot, and then he won the prep race for that race about a year ago, a mile and a quarter at Consumers, winning by a head, an easy turn of foot. But those were lower end races, somewhat similar to today's races, but instead of being on the all weather, he's running on the turf. He should have a good post dry. He's going to have dry grounds, and I think he'll stay the mile and a half. I like his running style sitting a little bit closer, so I'll take him here at 6-1 in a very wide open nightcap from Meydan. So to recap my selection for the 6th from Meydan, gonna go with the 2 horse Spotify, gonna go 298 in the tri-cash trifecta. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and also join me tomorrow for my Jebel Ali Mile preview video, and join me Saturday for my Pegasus World Cup preview video. Good luck, everybody.